What's going on, everybody? The little impromptu match preview stream for you because we have a match on Tuesday, and definitely wanted to get something out for you guys as we're in a really crunch moment in Atlanta United's kind of history, I would say, to put a little bit more kind of impetus on this, because it is that type of game where Gonzalo Pineda, his next two matches are super important, and for Atlanta United, for the temperature of the fans and keeping them on board, at least the casual fans, definitely is an important part of the season. So Atlanta United will be facing the Charlotte Independence 7:30 at Fifth Third Stadium in Kennesaw at 7:30, like I mentioned. Round of 32. It's our first foray into it. If you guys can hear me, throw some ones in the chat. Would love to hear from you as well. So drop some of your comments in there. We'll read them. But LA United, of course, were holders of the U.S. Open Cup for a long time because of the pandemic, of course. But last one in 2019, of course. But this will be a single elimination. So previously we have, of course, gone out to some USL sides, and it ain't pretty. That definitely, we do not need that kind of recreation this year. But we will be facing another USL side in the Independence. They are a side that just joined the league in 2014. They're 2-1-1 in the USL League One, and their last match was Friday, where they walked away with a 3-1 win against Fuego FC. So they have a little bit of a advantage in terms of rest, 1 day, as opposed to us. And they were able to reach the round 32 after defeating Rhode Island FC in a dramatic penalty shootout. And reaching this point is the furthest they have advanced in the U.S. Open Cup since 2015. So, this will be the third time they have faced an MLS side for the U.S. Open Cup, and the two other times came in 2015 against the New England Revolution and the Chicago Fire. So, we definitely need to take care of business tomorrow, May 7th. But, obviously we're a side that's really struggling right now, and we look bereft of a lot of ideas. The real question is can we afford to rotate? But obviously we lost 1-2 over the weekend, and it is it's a tough one. We a lot of fans are very, very cautious about our prospects, in this one too, because we are not in good form. We are kind of banged up as well, as Sean Da Silva still out with an adductor. He's probably questionable for this one. Jamal Tiare, hamstring, he's out. Derek Williams, calf, he's out. Tyler Wolf just learned of his injury to his knee, and he is out for 4 to 6 weeks. What we do know is that Josh Cohen, the goalkeeper, will probably start, and that will be interesting, as he's been kind of gearing up with some LA United 2 matches to kind of get into some match fitness. Now, who joins him in the lineup? That will be the great question, as we just played 2 days ago, or it'll be 3 days on the actual day. But the great question is who has enough in them to play for the badge, for one, but for the first time in 3 days, for the first time this season, because we haven't really had that yet. And so with the match very important, almost a must win over the weekend, I would personally say it's a must win for Gonzalo Pineda. It is important to see who can actually start this match. But it really is a good question because of the wing back or fullback depth that we have, which is pretty non-existent. We only have one player in Ronald Hernandez that is the understudy, and you would imagine with some of the players that were called up to short-term agreements, Ashton Gordon and Matt Edwards. Matt Edwards might be someone that we might be looking at to fill some of that in terms of be able to be one of the players that will be in the squad to maybe be a fullback. But so in terms of that, it's definitely interesting. I mean, we have definitely needed a positive results. This is rife for the taking of doing that. And so hopefully this is an opportunity that we can take. Now, let's get into who of the players that might be starting for us in this match, because, it's a great question. So, let's see with the fullbacks. I think Ronald Hernandez is one of them. Drew, what's good? How are you doing? Ronald Hernandez is probably one of the fullbacks. The other fullback is the great question. Can Wiley play all these minutes, or will it be Ronald Hernandez playing on the other side and then Brooks Lennon at right back? I suspect we might also see the Matt Edwards defender that was signed to a short-term agreement maybe either start or spell one of these guys. So I would say it's probably Matt Edwards at left back. But into the center backs, it's also a good question. Will Stian Gregerson, after playing 30 minutes, will he be able to start in 3 days' time? I'm not sure. I think we should probably play it a little bit kind of less risky. So probably Abram and Edwin Morales probably as the two to kind of start it with, maybe some really, really important and, let's say, first choice players in that squad, just in case we need them as well. But so Morales, Abram, into midfield. It's a great question. If we keep Schleich in there, Muyumba did come off early. Maybe it's Muyumba who gets that start, along with maybe Dax McCarty or and Johnny Fortune, who maybe can provide a little bit more energy from the start. So I think it's probably going to be a Muyumba and a Johnny Fortune, and then Dax McCarty will kind of pretty much spell either one of them for maybe the 60th minute mark. But into the attack, and that is going to be a really good question of who is going to be able to start on the wings. I would imagine maybe one of Edwin Mosquera, Saba Lapsanice, maybe Luke Brennan are in there. I think it's probably going to be Edwin Mosquera, as he did get spelled. So I think he will start on the right wing. Maybe it's Luke Brennan who gets that nod on one of the other wings. But into the midfield as well, into the number 10 spot, it's probably going to be Nick Firmino, although I would hope maybe it's Thiago Almada to start, and then we can maybe try to kind of get that win under the belt already, and then we can take him off so we don't have to use him for too long. But up top, it's really the great question. Will we use Yorgos Yakimakis from the start? He just is kind of coming back from injury, so it might be pushing a little bit. Daniel Rios is fully capable, but again, can we afford to have this much rotation when these players haven't really played together? Like, the majority of these players, sans maybe Morales and Abram for one match, have played together as partnerships. So it's definitely going to be very interesting. But Jay in the chat says, with MLS's decision to abandon the U.S. Open Cup, this felt like a winnable trophy earlier this year. This should be a priority because success in the league is seemingly unlikely. So, yeah, it's a really good question, and I think it is something that's okay. Yeah, do we just eschew it in the league? Man, I don't know if Gonzalo Pineda can afford to do that, especially at home. I don't think we can, rest all these players at home on Saturday either. So I think you do have to rest for this U.S. Open Cup match, even though this probably is our best chance to win a trophy. So it's super tough. It could go either way, and maybe we do kind of just empty the tank a little bit and do a little bit of that. But you let us know in the comments below what you think. But yeah, so going through that 11 again, I think it's Cohen, I think it's Hernandez, and maybe Matt Edwards or Wiley at left back, Abram and Morales as center backs. In midfield, I think it's Fortune and Muyamba, as well as Thiago Almada. And then on the wings, Mascara and Luke Brennan, and then Rios up top. So hopefully there's not as much, but this is the likelihood. And that's kind of the tough call here. So, yeah, does Firmino get the nod over Thiago Almada? We'll see. It probably is the case. But I want to see Almada kind of, really be able to dictate things and then win us this match early so that, a lot of the other guys can kind of take it a little easier. Because aside that, coming off a win in the Independence, they're going to be a little bit more of confidence, and we are lacking in that. So, yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. But let us know in the comments below what you think. And into the score prediction. So I'm thinking it's hopefully a win through penalties. I think it's probably going to be a 1-1 draw through full time. And yeah, we're going to have to go through penalties to actually win this. So what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below what your score prediction is. But quick and breezy one for today. Appreciate you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. But thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.